Rajasthan. It means the land of kings or rajas. This part of India is famous for its grand forts and royal palaces. Rajasthan is also known for its vivid colors, joyous celebrations, festivals, art and music. This old man Kaluram is descended from musicians who for at least a century lived and performed entirely in local villages. But he along with hundreds of others have had to leave their villages to make a living entertaining at tourist attractions like this fort. This sandy and stony land is full of vivid contrasts and has given birth to many rich cultural traditions, including a diversity of art forms. Two kinds of art forms are prominent. One glorifies the long tradition of wars among city-states and the pageantry and extravagance of kings and maharajas. The second honors through paintings, dioramas and sculpture the stories of clan gods and folk heroes popular in the life of rural Rajasthan. Two heroes, Baba Ramdev and Babuji, are celebrated by this community of performers called the Bhopas of Babuji.
कालू राम जी नाम है और जाति को मैं भील हूँ और
My name is Kaluram. I belong to Bhil clan. Because I sing Babuji's story, I am called a Bhopa.
और अट बैठ मारो मनोरंजन करूँ और गाना बजानो करबो करूँ रावण तो बजाबो करूँ.
Sitting here to entertain tourists, I sing and play the Ravan Hatha, but mostly there is no real audience and I simply pass my time. Whenever there are listeners, I play. Sometimes foreigners come and give me money. This pleases me, but sadly, they do not understand what I sing. Occasionally, someone will invite me and my family to present Fard all night long in their home or village.
Phad Rajasthan ਦੀ ਲੋਕ ਕਲਾ ਸ਼ੈਲੀ.
Phad is a form of Rajasthan's folk art sung by folk singers.
ਹਰ ਲੋਕ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਲਿਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਕਹਿਣਾ. ਹੁਣ ਸਵਾਲ ਇਹ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
What is the origin of this art? Phad has been in use since the time before written language was common or only the province of the rich and influential. The people of lower classes created this pictorial narrative to tell traditional stories about the lives of real folk heroes. On one cloth or scroll called a phad, many stories are depicted. The Bhopas interpret and illuminate these pictures for the audience.
In the past, villagers would flock by the hundreds to see these par. But now, audiences are composed of only a handful of people who haven't yet been completely drawn away by modern distractions, such as radio, television, and satellite hookups. This dwindling support is part of the reason for the displacement of these people to cities and towns and away from their villages. Besides reciting par, individual Bhopas would go door to door and serenade the villagers. But now, this sight is very rare. The myth associated with this instrument comes from the epic story of the Ramayana. Ravana, the demon king disguised as a sadhu, went to lure Lord Rama's wife Sita. He produced an enchanting tune by rubbing a T-shaped arm support used for meditation across the veins of his arm. According to the Bhopas, the number of strings on a Ravan Hatha is equal to the number of veins running through a human arm. Ravan Hatha means Ravan's arm. The tone of this Ravan Hatha is sweet, low, melodious and magical. The Bhopa who used to sing directly to the soil and people of his village has now been pulled away by forces beyond his control. Today he must count on the charity of tourists to survive. But in his heart of hearts, he still craves for his village. Whenever he gets a chance, he takes tourists there to show them his roots. While a visitor to the village enjoys the local atmosphere, Kalu Ram has the opportunity to catch up on the latest news and gossip.
The Bopa used to live and sing Padher. All of us used to attend whenever he performed throughout the night. But with the advent of electricity and television, the younger people became more inclined towards modern distractions. We old ones still have eagerness, but the Bopa could not make ends meet here and left for the city some 15 or 20 years ago. Whenever he visits us, we enjoy it very much.
जोधपुर दुनिया में अपने इतिहास, अपने अलबेले वीरों
As you know, Jodhpur is famous for its romantic heroes, its festivals, its artistry, and its local lore. The world today is interested in learning more about its beautiful culture.
आज जैसा आप इस मेहरानगढ़ दुर्ग को देख रहे हैं,
This is Mehrangarh Fort. Every year, some 60,000 tourists and 300,000 sightseers from this country come here to see its cultural traditions.
देखने आते हैं वो यहाँ की संस्कृति, यहाँ की सभ्यता जो अभी तक जिंदा है लोगों के पहनावों में, उनकी बोली चाली में, उनके रीत रिवाज में.
These are still alive in native dress, rites and rituals, language and dialect, and festivals. Walking through the streets, you would have noticed young Bopa boys and girls in their traditional costumes. You might have met the musicians with a Ravanhatha in their hand, singing the praise of their clan god, Pabuji. Once every year, we give call to them to come here. In the museum, we exhibit their art and they sing to guests assembled in the open square. They gain considerable financial benefit from this.
But does reality back up this claim? In the shadow of these lofty palaces and imposing forts, there lies the sprawling and congested consequence of the middle class, embracing of technology, convenience, materialism, and cultural transformation. But at the very feet and fringes live the displaced artists. Their lives of poverty, homelessness and struggle are little eased by occasional acts of organizational charity. A crumbling little shanty for property. A living tale of destitution. Desperate endeavors to conserve centuries-old traditions and lifestyles.
Prices have skyrocketed, sir. We are poor people. I, for one, can neither have my children educated nor clothe them properly, nor have I means even to give them 2 meals a day. I simply do not have the means. Everything is so expensive. When someone asks me to give a recital, I charge 100 rupees. They think that it's too much. But 100 rupees is hardly enough for a single meal for my family. I have 10 mouths to feed. How should I explain to them? It's a living death for the poor. Others have at least houses of their own, houses and rooms, but I can't even buy stones for a room. I'm wasting away my life under this open sky. May God help us.
अमरी मारा नाम है नाड़ों में हटा गया जोधपुर में 7 साल की हटाई.
I am Amri. Since early childhood, I started learning singing from my father. Soon after I finished that training, I was married. Now my husband and I perform sitting on this platform. I have to accompany my husband. I perform double duty. Household chores at home and singing and dancing outdoors.
गांव में तो रहता और गांव में करते 7 साल की जने याद आ गया हमने गांव में।
I was 7 when I left my village. I always miss my village. I am not happy here in Jodhpur city.
जोधपुर में छुआ को नहीं, गाँव तो घना ही बढ़िया लगे। जोधपुर में कोई बोले नहीं चाले नहीं।
राजस्थान में या भारतवर्ष में जो भोपे या इस प्रकार की भील जातियां मिलती है,
Bopas and similar wheel clans that we find in Rajasthan and elsewhere in India have been historically significant. By the Middle Ages, they were beginning to flourish. In the Marwari dialect, we call them Ravlas or feudals. But when the Mughals invaded and established themselves in India, they suppressed the further progression of feudalism.
लेकिन मुसलमानों ने उन सामंतवादों को तोड़ करके इस प्रकार की सामाजिक व्यवस्था कायम कर दी कि ये जो निचले वर्ग थे वो टूट के अलग हो गए।
The emerging feudal lords were forced into service of these new Muslim kings. The serfs lost their security and became nomads like the Banjaras and Gypsies.
घूमते रहे हैं। अंग्रेजों के टाइम में इनकी स्थिति बहुत ही
During British rule, their condition further deteriorated for a while. Then some of them gave up music and took up other vocations. Many became stonemasons. They all settled down